amount that Jerry's asked for, the way the numbers are sequenced, it's significant if you know the history.
The numbers represent a run of cards. It's the dead man's hand. You know, the cards that
Wild Bill Hickok was holding when he was shot dead.
Yeah, that's right. 2 8s, 2 aces, and a jack of diamonds. Okay.
So he contaminates the water supply, the entire town gets sick. He can ransom the antidote for any amount of money. Why base it on the dead man's hand?
I don't know. I mean, the cards, they did play a big part in that family history. Mine and Jerry's.
Pleasure again. What brings you to my dungeon?
You and I have some business to discuss, Mr. Craig. Can I call you Jerry?
Well, how do you know that Ethan is your son? Did Holly tell you that?
That's where I got the idea from.
What idea?
Helena had Dodge and me tied up. She was going to blow a hole in him and make me watch him die. Holly showed up, and she convinced Helena that Ethan might be Robert's son. So Helena decided to run her own tests. She took hair samples from both of us, and she disappeared.
So, how do you know Holly wasn't telling Helena the truth and that she's lying to you?
Because she told me, and I believe her. Look, she knew that once Helena ran the DNA test, she would know that Dodge is my kid and that he was as good as dead unless we got him out of the country. And so Holly warned me that her whole scheme was just to buy us time.
So, Ethan is your son?
Always was, always will be.
Well, why the hell did you lie to Robert? Why would you do that to him?
You know why? To save his life.
Spinelli, what'd you find on Dr. Keenan?
My investigative efforts were... Stone Cold, you look hot.
By which I mean to say, you look flushed
And feverish, as if you're running a temperature, which is alarming given the contaminant in the water supply.
I need you to focus and tell me what you found out about Dr. Keenan.
Well, my investigative efforts in the last frontier, or as its license plate espouse, North to the Future.
Spinelli.
They were successful. I have information on Dr. Keenan.
Ewan, please just sit down. You must be exhausted.
I'm fine.
No, you're not. You've been up all night, pacing, driving yourself crazy. You can't do this to yourself.
You say that like you care.
I do care. Why are we still here? I thought you just stopped to regroup.
I didn't come to rest. I came here for this.
What about Keenan?
Well, shortly after medical school, Dr. Keenan began his psychiatric practice at the Good Samaritan Hospital in Anchorage, Alaska.
Were there any investigations, lawsuits, ethic violations, anything that we can use?
No indication of any wrongdoing. But I did discover that he had a very special patient.
Who?
John Jacks, father of Jerry and Jasper. It turns out that Dr. Keenan was treating him for depression, but the family then elected to seek alternative treatment and removed the elder Jacks to the town of Brisbee, Arizona.
I don't really care about John Jacks. I care about Dr. Keenan.
But Dr. Keenan was eventually summoned to Arizona to continue his treatment.
Dr. Keenan followed John Jacks to Arizona.
Hence my visit to the quaint town of Brisbee.
Wait, you're in Arizona right now?
Yeah, and in the very hospital that John Jacks died.
Was Keenan with John Jacks when he died?
That is yet to be determined.
That's very important. I need you to find out. I need to know.
With greatest respect, you are suspicious of Dr. Keenan, which may make this connection seem more ominous than it actually is. But, conversely, Elizabeth thinks that he's innocent, so this may all seem benign to her.
Not anymore. Keenan kidnapped Elizabeth.
How did you know that was here?
This is my place. When I moved to Port Charles, I felt homesick, so I bought it. It shares land with Merrifield Barnes. They raise cattle and horses. Just hearing the sounds of a farm makes me feel closer to home.
You never told me you were raised on a farm. Can you tell me about that?
It was beautiful. I wish you could have seen it. With the animals, the land, the open sky. It was the best, you know? Right up until we lost it. My father lost our home along with everything else.
How did he lose it? What happened?
He took everything from us and left us with nothing.
Who?
John Jacks.
You know, I think you and I have no further business, except to thank you for access to the cable franchise. It worked out beautifully.
For you. Because you're a sadist. The rest of us are not having such a great day. I never would have taken your money if I'd known what you were going to do.
Well, if I hadn't gone on the air to announce it, I mean, nobody would have known that days were numbered.
Yeah, because you poisoned them.
Consider it a public service.
Well, when people call me a sociopath...
Do you know, the only thing that went awry is that I couldn't complete my broadcast.
What would you have said if you hadn't run into technical difficulties?
Well, to be more accurate, I ran into Jason Morgan's fist.
Shame he didn't kill you.
Such hostility doesn't bode well for a successful negotiation.
Fine. Let's negotiate. What do you want in exchange for the antidote?
I'll tell you what I want. 88,111,000. If you're having trouble picturing it, that's 2 8s, 3 1s, 3 zeros.
Why such a crazy number?
I'd say it's one of great significance to my family.
My father acquired the dead man's hand years ago.
The actual cards?
Yes, the very ones. He believed that they brought him luck. He never got sick, managed to acquire a great amount of wealth, and raised a loving family.
Loving, except for Jerry.
Jerry wasn't always like this. Not when we were growing up. Jacksons were a tight-knit bunch.
Your dad thought it was because of some cards?
Yes. He credited those cards for every good thing that ever happened to him.
Jax's father took your home from you?
He didn't just take our home. He destroyed my father's life. My father died a broken man while John Jacks and his family prospered, all because of that dead man's hand.
When the cards were stolen from my father, he spared no expense trying to find them. But as the search grew hopeless, he got weaker and weaker, and eventually fell into a deep depression. He begged me to find the cards and bring them back.
Okay, but how are they connected to you, brother? And can it lead us to where he's hiding the counteragent? Why is he tying the ransom amount to the dead man's hand?
Excuse me, Lieutenant Mayor Lomax wants to speak to you on the phone.
Tell the mayor I will call her when I have something to report.
Whoever put you in charge didn't do you any favors, did they?
I assume no one else wanted the job.
Are you guys feeling a little weird?
Are you okay?
I'm just a little warm.
Yeah?
Yeah, Jax, go ahead. Tell John about Jerry and the cards.
You sure?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Hey, can you start with how your father got them?
My father owned the actual cards that were in Wild Bill Hickok's hands when he was killed. The 8 of clubs, the 8 of spades, the ace of clubs, the ace of spades, and the jack of diamonds.
Well, they must have been worth a lot.
A lot. They were. People would offer him unbelievable amounts, and he would never sell. No, he said they were his insurance. You know, and if the farm fell on hard times, then he would sell to keep us afloat and to keep it in the family name.
So what happened?
John Jacks happened. One day he just shows up and he gains my father's trust, and then he takes the cards right out from under him.
My father was always vague about the details, but I was under the impression that he acquired the dead man's hand in a card game.
Okay. How did your brother fit in with all this?
He didn't.
Okay, if he's not connected to the dead man's hand, why mention it in the ransom
I don't
demand?
know. But before any of us get any sicker, I'm going to find out.
Let me get this straight. You want almost 100 million. Why not just ask for the whole thing?
You know, I didn't want to be unreasonable.
Oh,
What about you? You're a wealthy man.
Well, not that wealthy.
Well, no lives that you want to save?
My kids are out of town, thankfully, and The one that lives here, she's on her way to Vegas.
There's no one else you care about?
There might be someone. Not sure. But even then, that still only makes two, including myself.
And what about your friends in the 1%?
Friends?
Can't you convince them to cooperate?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends.
Oh, you'd be surprised how many people will want your friendship when they discover that you can acquire the cure.
Yeah, I just want them to love me for who I really am.
Well, perhaps you can convince the local law enforcement to sign in on the crusade. They seem to think that... You all right? They seem to think that if I sit still long enough, that I'll give them the counteragent, or they'll find it. They won't. By the way, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. Just fine.
Then you'd better make up your mind very quick. Pay the cash, or bargain with God. If I were you, I'd put my faith in the money and raise lots of cash while you still can.
You know, even after John Jack stole the cars, my father thought we'd be all right. You know, the farm was doing good enough. But then a viral pneumonia epidemic broke out and wiped out our entire livestock. You know, there was nothing we could do. You know, we couldn't start over. You know, we lost everything. We lost our insurance, the lot.
I'm so sorry.
My father was a strong, proud man, and the bank foreclosed on the farm so he could pay his debts. Do you know what that does to a man like that? You know, to see his children as their dreams are crushed. It killed his spirit, Elizabeth. He died a broke and broken man. I saw in his eyes. He knew he was leaving us with nothing.
It's really terrible.
And you know what's worse? After my father died, John Jackson, his family, they flourished. You know, they believed in the luck of those cards, and they played that luck for all it was worth. And they didn't just become rich, they became billionaires.
If you hate the Jacks family so much, why are you working with Jerry? He must have something tremendous over you. What is it?
You don't think Dr. Keenan is capable of hurting Elizabeth, do you?
He's desperate, so who knows?
Well, one thing we do know is that Elizabeth is both wise and beautiful, so hopefully her wisdom will prevent her from antagonizing him, and her beauty will soothe his turmoil.
But she will keep things under control until she finds a way to contact you.
She called last night. Dr. Keenan stopped the call before we could trace it.
Tell me that you recorded that conversation?
You know, I think I've said enough.
Enough? Really, Ewan? In case you haven't noticed, we're getting sick and we're probably gonna die soon. And my kids are gonna grow up without a mom because Jerry poisoned us.
I told you, I swear that I didn't know what Jerry was
It doesn't matter
planning.
anymore. All of poor Charles is dying and I want to know why.
I don't get it. How is lying to Robert about a son that isn't his and sending him off, how is that saving his life?
You didn't see him on that bridge, Anna. He was devastated by Robin's death.
Of course he was.
He felt that he was responsible, that he should have saved her from the explosion.
Well, so did I. I felt that too.
Well, Robert was destroyed. You managed to keep it together. I don't know how, but you did. But not him. When he saw Robin in the morgue, something inside him broke. And when I found him on that bridge, he was ready to jump.
So you gave him a replacement child?
I told you I was improvising. I was desperate. I had tried everything else. Our friendship, you, Robin, nothing mattered to him. Nothing. So finally, as a last resort, I told him that Ethan was his son and that Helena had kidnapped him.
Was that a lie, too?
Yes, I told you I sent Ethan away. By now, Helena knows the truth. I'm sure she's searching for him harder than Robert is. And I'm counting on him being able to stay 2 steps ahead of both of them.
I want to just get this straight. Can I? Ethan isn't Robert's son. He was never kidnapped. That was all a lie, too. And you sent Robert away to go searching for a pretend son leaving me to bury our real daughter alone.
If I hadn't, Robert could have attended that funeral in an adjacent coffin.
And Ethan and Polly, they went along with this?
Well, of course they did, because they knew I was doing it to save both Ethan and Robert's lives. I hope you understand. Anna, you have lied to save someone's life. I know you have. That's all I was trying to do.
You lied to your best friend. Meanwhile, leaving me to bury Robin alone without her father. Did it never occur to you to tell me?
Of course it did. I've been trying to tell you. That was going to be our first conversation when we sat down to have that dinner that never happened.
You should have told me at the beginning, when it happened. And if you couldn't manage that, maybe you should have told me before we slept together.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Oh, never mind me. Do you have any idea how this will hurt Robert?
I did this to save Robert's life.
No, there's nothing worse than chasing a lie. I know, I just did it. And the crash is all the more devastating because you know that it was all a false hope. What you did to Robert is no different than what Heather did to me.
Tell me what you did.
What difference does it make?
Because we don't know how much time we have left. Okay, Ewan. You don't want to spend your last hours carrying this around. I mean, I can't offer you absolution, but maybe I can help you find some sort of peace.
Peace? And who says I deserve peace?
I need to make sense of all this. I need to understand. You owe me that much.
I promised my father on his deathbed that I'd make John Jacks pay. I worked so hard. I got a scholarship to study medicine and I kept tabs on Jacks. And I knew he was moving to Alaska, so as soon as I could, I followed him there.
And then what? When you got to Alaska, what did you do?
Fine. I'll get you your money, although I'm not sure what you're gonna do with it in here.
Oh, it's a temporary state, I can assure you.
Right. You have an exit strategy.
Of course, always.
So, I'm here. Deal with me. Now, I'm not exactly sure how you weaseled your way in here, but time's up. Let's go.
Is that sweet Sam? Oh, I missed you. You look a little pale, though. Are you still on board with the lieutenant's plan? Hmm?
Go to hell.
Oh, come on. Where's your killer with a heart of gold, darling?
Let's go, Sam. I'll deal with
I thought you wanted to die in Jason's arms. Sam? Are we not on speaking terms? Darling? I guess not.
Did you get the MP3 file I just emailed you?
Once I analyze this recording of Elizabeth's phone call, I should be able to triangulate her position, which in turn should bring you closer to finding her.
Damn it. Is that a state trooper?
Is it? Is he pulling us over?
No. I think he's pulling someone else over. Yeah. We're okay.
So do you mean what you say? Are you gonna help me?
Did you find anything?
Not the cards. Come on. Could you please get me a chess set? Rock climbing magazines? Something?
The dead man's hand. In case you forgot how much money you're trying to extort.
Well, it's a good number. Meant a lot to dear old Dad.
He loved you, Jerry.
He loved you more. Oh, come on. Yeah. Don't deny it. We all adored you. Now, you were the best of us, Jax. And we wanted you to have a charmed life, you know? Even if it meant cutting a few corners along the way. You weren't supposed to know how bad he was. And when you found out, wasn't a surprise that Dad put the blame on me and cut me loose. He wanted you to retain the illusion that he was a good man.
Why can't you let him rest in peace? What does terrorizing innocent people have to do with our father?
I intended to steal the dead man's hand back from John Jacks. But, as luck would have it, somebody had beaten me to it.
You didn't have the cards anymore?
No. And without them, he was just as broken as my dad. So I offered my services as a psychiatrist, and Jane Jacks accepted immediately. I think she was glad to have someone from back home.
So you actually worked with John?
We barely started when he insisted on traveling to Arizona to try some holistic treatment. But while there, he had another setback. And Jane asked me to fly to the nearest town, Brisbane, to continue with treatment. By then, he'd been hospitalized. And not for any obvious ailment. He'd simply lost the will to live.
So you started out seeking revenge. But you ended up helping John, didn't you?
No. Far from it.
What did I do? I have money. A lot of people in this town have money. Jerry wants money. Let's give him the money. Let's make this whole thing end.
What's the matter with you, huh? Beyond the obvious. What kind of message are you sending? You poison our water supply, we'll give you millions of dollars. You'll have every crackpot in the country doing the same
but at least
stunts.
I'm doing something. What are you doing? You're doing nothing. That's your strategy.
That's what you're
gonna
coming
do
up
nothing?
with? Hey. Hey, you okay? You sure?
Sam, what's your take on this? Don't you think we have to give Jerry money?
Stop.
I know you don't like me right
Stop,
now, okay?
please. My throat is raw. My body hurts everywhere.
Yeah.
I have one hell of a headache.
Exactly. You want the headaches to get worse? Or we raise the money, we give it to Jerry before we all wind up in the ground.
Oh, that's lovely.
What is it? Church bells?
Chiming on the hour from the south.
How do you know they're coming from the south?
Well, there's only one church within possible driving distance that has that kind of carol on. St. Mary's Church in the woods near Bell Forest.
How do you even know that? Never mind. You said south. Keep going.
All right, by altering frequencies just so, it is clear that Elizabeth is roughly 1.8 miles north of the chapel, and that's based on the sound of the rocks.
What rocks?
Being hauled from a quarry like the one on 123 east of Fieldston.
But what if 1.8 miles north of St. Mary's is just where Elizabeth made the call and they kept driving?
You mean tell me, if you didn't help Jax's father, what did you do?
Seeing Jax with his father was like seeing myself when I was a kid, watching my own father die.
Dad, you gotta listen to Dr. Keenan, okay? He's here to help you. You just gotta hold on a little longer while I find those cards for you. And then everything's gonna be okay. I promise.
I heard that Jax was gonna get those cards back.
The man was already dying. Don't you care about anything besides revenge?
I think our father would be proud that his cards inspired my asking price.
I really don't think so, really.
You know, that man put more faith in the dead man's hands than he did anyone or anything else. So by putting faith into it too, I'm honoring our
You could have honored him by showing up on his deathbed. He asked for you. You know that, right?
He asked and I was there. Right there. I saw you at his bedside making promises that you couldn't keep.
I promise, Dad, I'll find the dead man's hand and bring it back to you. And I'll get you better. You just gotta hold on a little longer, okay? Dr. Keenan. Yes, Mr. Jackson. I know this might sound crazy, especially to a psychiatrist, but my father believes that his life depends on something called the dead man's hand.
He mentioned it, yes, I'm familiar.
Okay, good. I'm getting very close to finding it, and I promised my dad that I would bring it to him. I just need you to help him hold on to hope until I return.
No, of course. And I promise I'll do everything I can to make sure he gets the best care he deserves.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
You passed me in the hall and you didn't recognize me because I'd already changed my face.
You were there and you didn't tell me?
Why would I?
Because I needed your help. We could have tracked those cards down together, Jerry.
Why would I do that? Because I was the one who stole them in the first place.
It wasn't just about revenge, Elizabeth. It was about honor.
And honor compelled you to seek revenge against a man who was literally on his deathbed?
I promised my dad that I would make the man who ruined his life pay. I was finally going to be able to keep that promise. My whole life had led me to this one moment. And I finally had John Jackson's life in my hands. This is for what you did to my father.
Hey, what's that you're giving him?
Don't tell me you killed Jackson's father. Please tell me Jerry stopped you.
Yes, Robert is my best friend. And when I found my best friend about to take a swan dive into Blackstone Canyon...
You lied to him. You couldn't come up with the appropriate words for a grieving man?
The first thing I did was join him on the wrong side of the railing of that bridge and offer to jump with him. I told him about Jake. I told him about having killed a 4-year-old boy. And that I didn't want to go on either. That I had nothing to live for except the people who counted on me and who loved me, and I toughed it out for them.
What did he say?
He said that I had Lucky and Lulu and Ethan, and he only had Robert. And then he went to jump, and I grabbed him. And I blurted out, Ethan is your son.
So what happens when he finds out that he's not his son? That's going to be like losing another child. What's to stop him jumping off a bridge then? I have to go back to PCPT. I've got to go. I have a job. I need to go home and find out what's waiting for me there.
Lieutenant 911 is swamped with people calling in saying they're starting to get sick, and there's a huge crowd outside that's demanding to know what GH and the PCPD are planning on doing about the situation, sir.
Tell the press, the doctors at GH are working with the CDC to develop a cure. Go.
Oh, yeah, a whole city of sick people is going to accept that as a solution. How about you, Sam? Does that work for you?
I just don't want Jerry to get what he wants, that's all.
So that we're gonna die? It's just money. We give him money. It's not even your money.
Pay him. You'll end up with nothing, and you have copycats from here to Tuesday, all right? While the doctors are isolating a counteragent, we're gonna find the one that Jerry Jacks already has.
Okay. You have any clue where that is?
You stole the cards?
Oh, not by myself. A.J. Quartermain helped.
You knew how much those stupid cards meant to Dad.
Right. I was the one who was left out in the cold. Remember? Huh? I took the fall for Dad's misdeeds. So I think I'm entitled to little compensation.
Losing those cards broke him, Jerry. He lost the will to live because of you.
I think you might want to drop this, little brother, if you don't want to get your heart broken.
You son of a bitch. You killed our father.
No, Jax.
You did.
It was too late for Jerry to stop me. But he did surprise me in more ways than one.
Excuse me, what are you doing in here? Only family members are allowed in here.
I am family. That's my father. And I just saw you injecting him with something that's going to kill him.
No, that's just something to help him sleep.
Right, a sedative for what the bastard did to your father. I know this drug. It's a slow-acting one that makes it appear that my father's going to die. A natural death. It'll take a while, but you just killed him.
No, I was just treating
I could raise the alarm. Maybe they could revive him, but I think it's unlikely. He's already too weak. I must loathe this, lying there, useless. I know my father. He would rather be dead. And that's fortunate for you, Doctor. I won't report the murder you just committed. It'll be our little secret. And I'll use it.
You killed Jerry's father.
Hey, where'd you go?
Had to get my gun.
Right. It's true what you said before. My analysis of the phone call will only tell us where Elizabeth was when she made the call. But I'm hoping that's enough for you to find her.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you, Spinelli.
It's my understanding that the Port Charles Airport is closed until further notice, so it may take me a while to journey home.
There's a quarantine. There's no way you can get back here if you wanted to.
But I do want to, very much. I want to be with my friends.
Don't worry, I'll call you when this is over.
So that's what Jerry had over you. You killed his father.
Yeah, he was blackmailing me, forcing me to do whatever he asked. And I've done some unforgivable things.
Like what? Ewan, tell me, we're running out of time. What else did Jerry make you do?
I'm sorry, Slim, for sending Robert away before Robin's funeral. I know you needed him.
Save all your apologies for Robert. And find your son. Make sure he's safe.
I will. Anna, what's going to happen to us?
It's enough that you know I murdered a man. I can't tell you anymore.
You have to. Jerry said we would start to die after we started showing symptoms.
I don't care if I die. I just wish I could have saved you. And now, I've got to go and make this right.
How? By shooting Jerry?
I'm leaving now. Thank you. I want to thank you because I know that you thought it was crazy, me coming out here, thinking that Robin might still be alive at the clinic. But you came through for me. I'm very grateful for that.
You didn't answer my question. What about us?
I don't know.
Surely the situation in Port Charles isn't as dire as the MyFace posts would lead us to believe.
Listen, do you have any idea where...
Tear it apart if you have to. Tell me what you find.
Do you have any idea where Jerry has the antidote?
I'll call you back. Shut up, Manning.
Fine. You stay here, you do nothing. You be noble and righteous and dead.
Make sure he doesn't get back in. How you feeling? You okay?
You didn't answer him. Do you have any idea where Jerry put the counteragent?
It depends. Do you know where those cards are?
I killed our father. I was trying to save him, Jerry. Oh, come on, you were so desperate that you put all your faith in that psychiatrist that Lady Jane Hyde. The one, you know, who was just supposed to shrink his depression. Remember? Dr. Ewan Keenan.
I knew that name. He was one of Dad's doctors.
And his executioner.
No, I'm not going to shoot Jerry. I'm going to force him to give me the counteragent, and then I'll bring it back for you.
What if you don't make it back in time? Just take me with you.
I don't want you anywhere near Jerry Jacks. Listen, Elizabeth, no matter what happens, okay, please know that I care about you, and I swear I'm going to prove it to you by finding... Hey!
Jason!
Get back or shoot!
Jerry Jacks remains behind bars as Port Charles starts to feel the
come on.
effects of
You don't need to watch that.
You're right. I just need to look around the room.
How's Olivia?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen her yet, but I'm sure she's sick, just like everybody else.
How about you? How you feeling?
Oh, I'm all right. Feel a little run down. So far.
We're gonna get through this.
I have some good news. Joe Jr. checked out of the Metro Court.
I think I may have something to do with that.
The populace continues to grow frustrated with law enforcement and the health department. Crowds assembling in front of City Hall, the PCPD, and General Hospital are all chanting the same thing. We want the cure.
Want the cure. I had the damn cure until I lost my mind and gave it to Tracy. What the hell was I thinking?
Hey. Monica paid good money for that television set. If you're gonna throw the remote, hurl it with great force.
I'm sorry, I was watching the news.
Boy, you look worse. And I'm still okay. I don't get it. Why am I fine and you're not?
Hey!
What the hell is going on? The bar's trashed.
Yeah, looters. You got everything. They got the booze, bottled water, cash. People out there getting sick. They're going crazy. Yeah.
What about the safe? They get in there?
Safe? It's Luke's. Even I can't crack that damn thing. Look, if they got everything that I have, it wouldn't matter. The only thing I care about is you. I killed that father.
I was trying to save him, Jerry. Come on, you were so desperate that you put all your faith in that psychiatrist, the Lady Jane Hyde. The one, you know, who was just supposed to shrink his depression. Remember? Dr. Ewan Keenan.
I knew that name. He was one of Dad's doctors.
And his executioner.
What the hell are you talking about?
Dr. Ewan Keenan is the one who killed our father.
Dante, Steve, look, I know your hands are full trying to keep order in a city that's panicking. But I need to know if you're any closer to figuring out where you and Keenan took my sister.
Elizabeth, no matter what happens, okay, please know that I care about you. And I swear I'm going to prove it to you by finding... Hey!
She said...
Get back or I'll shoot! No, you weren't supposed to find us here!
Please.
Drop the gun! Or I swear I'll kill you.
Do you know where Jerry may have hidden the counteragent?
It depends. Do you know what happened to those cards?
Okay, wait a minute. Are you thinking that Jerry may have hidden the cure with the cards?
It's just a hunch. It's not much, but it's what I got.
Yeah, try it. It's gonna make you feel better, I promise.
Is this the stuff that you spilled on me before?
No, that was Cook's. This is mine.
Oh, you cook?
Well, in emergencies, and since Cook and Alice are both sick, this qualifies as an emergency. Try it.
Hey, you know, does this have bay leaves in it? You know, and I think that I'm allergic to that.
I have to get that. Nobody else can. Just try it. You and I both want you to get your strength up.
Try and stop me.
I'm coming. I'm coming! Can I help you?
Really hope so. I need $17,622,000.
When you say you got Joe Jr. to check out of the Metro Court, did you let him go, or did you stash him in your trunk?
Kate, I would never use my own car. Okay, look, when I saw you talking to Joe Jr. at the Metro Court, I didn't want to leave things like that.
I thought we agreed to let it go.
If we agreed to let go of the past, then, you know, it would help if the past wasn't staying at a hotel that you half owned. If we couldn't get the son of a bitch to leave...
So you thought it would help by going and threatening him again?
Not exactly.
What did you do? What did you do?
I don't want to see Joe Jr. anywhere near you again. But do not worry. It didn't hurt him.
Why not? What stopped you?
Blow my head off, dump my body in the Pine Barrens. But just know, Sonny, when you get rid of me, say goodbye to any chance of Kate ever seeing her son again.
You're Tracy Quartermain? I thought you'd be taller.
By all means, come in.
You want me to get rid of this joker?
How are you going to do that? You going to sweat on me?
No, it's not necessary. I know who he is. Yes, I'm Tracy Quartermain, and you are Todd Manning, Araviste tabloid purveyor.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Are you a rich Goomba or like a low-rent Goomba?
I'd say I'm comfortable, but it's none of your business.
What is this about? I have a house full of sick people, and I have no time for tabloid press.
I've made contact with Jerry Jackson. He has a serum that will counteract what he put into the water supply. He wants $88,111,000, and we're going to give it to him.
Let me see. So look, this guy Jerry, he likes to play games, right? He linked the ransom demand to those cards, so it kind of makes sense that he'd also tie the counteragent to the dead man's hand.
The only problem is we don't know where the cards are.
Right. Don't know. When was the last time you saw them?
When Jax threw them in my face after his father died, I deserved it. So,
Why didn't you keep them?
I didn't want them anymore. I had wasted so much time and energy thinking that those were going to be the score that set me up for life. It was too late by the time I realized that they were bad luck all along.
You and Keenan did not execute our father. He died of natural causes in the hospital. Do not try to twist this around,
It
Jerry.
only looked that way because the poison father's psychiatrist injected him with was slow-acting and left no trace.
Why? What possible motive could he have had?
Because Dad swindled Keenan's father of the dead man's hand. That's why.
No, he won them in a card game, Jerry. You know that.
Come on, please. Doesn't it strike you as odd? Those cards were priceless to Dad. And he was always so vague about how he acquired them. That's because he stole the cards from Keenan's family. Subsequently, they fell into ruin, and the good doctor wanted revenge. That's why.
How do you know all this?
Because I walked in on Keenan while he was injecting the poison into Dad's IV.
You saw him and you didn't stop him, Jerry.
It was too late! Even if they flushed the poison away, he was too weak. He probably would never have...
That's your excuse? He probably would have made it, Jerry!
Oh, come on. Do you think he would have thanked me for coming back? Huh? He would have lied there on his bed staring at the ceiling, pumped full of drugs, completely dependent on others. That's not a life! It would have been hell on earth for him. He stole the cards, built a fortune on them. Someone came back and killed him for revenge. It's a fitting
You
end.
dressed it up
You wouldn't have
however you
killed
want.
him.
You stood by and you watched Keenan kill our own father!
There's no way out for you, Keenan. Just let her go.
No, I can fix this.
You're hurting me.
Jason, get the hell out.
Tell me where Jerry put the counteragent.
I don't know.
Jason, I believe him. Ewan's getting sick, too. He doesn't know.
I knew you'd understand. I didn't know what Jerry was planning. You know, if I'd known, I'd have stopped him, but I can stop him now. Okay, if I can just talk to him, I can reason with him.
It's no problem. Just let Elizabeth go.
Ewan, if you let me go, I'll be able to explain that you didn't mean for any of this to happen. Just let me go to Jason, please.
You're lying to me.
No.
You don't believe me. You believe him. No.
I'm not.
Elizabeth, no. Okay, I'm gonna take you to Jerry. I'm gonna find the antidote. Okay, we're gonna go together. Jason, put down that gun and lie on the floor.
No, Jason, don't do it.
Put it down. Just listen to me, Elizabeth. Okay, you just gotta trust me a little bit longer.
Okay. I just...
No, Elizabeth, don't move. Hey, don't move.
Put it down.
You let her go. Somebody's gonna die.
Yeah, you can just let Jocelyn play with them as long as she wants. How are you feeling? Okay, just please call me if anything changes. I'm less than a block away. And if Jack shows up, will you call me? Okay. Just trying to keep things as normal as possible for Jocelyn right now, but, you know, that's crazy. Thanks to Jerry. I mean, my daughter's going to be an orphan in a matter of, hours, I think, right? Thank God her brothers aren't involved in this. I mean, Michael and Morgan can take care of her. I can't believe Jerry's doing this.
How you feeling, huh?
I'm fine, I guess. I don't know. Feverish a little. If anything, I feel like I'm just starting to get the flu, but... What about you?
Same. Oh, maybe it's just psychosomatic. Maybe this pathogen isn't dangerous at all, and it's just Jerry's way of making us all think we're sick, huh?
but Jerry doesn't play tricks. He kills people.
Wow. There's gotta be some way out of this, huh? Some way to get that cure from Jerry. I mean, now at this point, I hope the cops just give him what he wants.
But if they do that, he wins.
You know, none of that even matters. This won't be the end of us. You know, those cards might have been bad luck then, but they may lead us to the treatment now. Any idea who has them?
I don't know. Those cards must have changed hands a million times. The last person I remember having them, Tracy Quarterman.
88 million.
Yes.
111,000.
Dollars. U.S., not Canadian.
Okay.
Okay, great. That's great.
Yeah, well, just let me get my purse. Oh, I forgot. I took all my small change to the bank last week. I just don't happen to have that much lying around at the moment.
All right. I don't either at the moment. That's why you only have to come up with $17,622,000.
You're dividing by 5.
Yeah. How'd you... That's great.
Division. Okay. So if you and I are chipping in 18 million, who are the other 3 suckers?
Well, I've done some digging, and I figured out who some of the richest people are in Port Charles. And it turns out one of them is Sonny Corinthos.
Corinthos.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was real or not. The reason I didn't let Joe Jr. leave.
Because we're all gonna die, so why bother?
Why would you even say that? That's not gonna happen. What the hell?
I just got a message from Todd.
Yeah, so did I.
Todd texted you?
Yeah.
It says, want the cure? 66 Harborview Road, now.
Where's 66 Harborview Road?
Quartermax.
Is that for real?
I don't know. I gotta check it out.
I'm gonna come with you.
No, the fewer the witnesses, the better.
Sonny.
I'm just kidding. Listen, go see Olivia. I'm gonna go see Manning.
All right, keep me posted.
Worst case scenario, if he's bluffing, I'll kill him.
Ewan, please, just do what Jason says.
Why? What good is Jason anyway? He can't get you the antidote. Only I can do that.
I know, but if you fire that gun, there's a chance that you might hit me, and I know you don't want to do that, so please just put the gun down.
I'm not putting the gun down until you get out of my house.
I'm not leaving without Elizabeth. Just let her go.
Can't do that. She's all I've got left.
I know you didn't mean for this to happen. Jerry pulled you into it. This is not your fault, okay?
Oh, you accused me. You blamed me.
I know I have, but I was wrong. I understand now.
I know the connection between you and Jerry. You were his father's doctor.
So you know that much, huh? So tell me, you figured out the rest?
You watched Ewan Keenan kill our father. It's the same as if you'd done it yourself.
Come on. I wanted to put him under his misery. I wanted to deliver him from this life that was no life at all. But I couldn't. He was my father too, Jax. In a strange way, I'm thankful for Keenan. He made a choice that I couldn't make.
You're a heartless son of a bitch, aren't you?
Yeah, well, on the other hand, he did kill our father, so I couldn't let him get away. So I blackmailed him, conveniently tucked him in my pocket, ready to assist on any project.
What happened to you, Jerry? Or were you always a sociopath and I just didn't see it?
You know what? As I understand it, sociopaths can't feel. So that leaves me out of it. You see, I grieved for Dad. I did. And I'm sorry for the pain I caused you. I did all I could do to make sure that your daughter was safe.
So you're prepared to wipe out an entire town, including your little brother?
Oh, come on. Is it my fault that you had a hero complex and swooped back in town to save your daughter when she was perfectly fine?
Okay, so it's my fault, is it?
Yes, exactly. It is. Your death is a stupid and utterly senseless death. Dad's, at least, was a gift and an investment of sorts.
So you're prepared to murder an entire town for money?
No! No, no, no! It's not about the money. It was never about the money. Never!
I know you flew down to Arizona when John Jacks was hospitalized. Were you there when he died?
Wait, how did you figure that out?
Let Elizabeth go.
You wanted me out of the way. You wanted to prove you're better for Elizabeth. You just couldn't leave the past alone, could you? It's just as much as your fault as is Jerry's.
No, he's not accusing you.
He is.
No.
He's already figured it out. You know that I killed Jerry's father. That's true. I murdered John Jacks. In cold blood. I'll kill you too if I have to.
Why haven't you had any of your soup yet?
I'll take it. Might help.
Gee. Actually, I think that I need to go lie down.
Okay. You go rest. You need to preserve your strength.
Oh, probably Sonny and her pals now.
Lie down right now.
Okay. You go rest, and I'll be up as
No, it's fine.
soon as I can.
Oh, God, I almost just threw up right there in my own
I
mouth.
don't understand why. I still feel fine.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Well, maybe I can help you feel better.
You know what? Actually, you can. Do what you can to kick in for that serum.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, true, but think of the lives that you'll save yours and your families most of all.
If this is some kind of game you're playing.
What's this all about, Manny? Come on in. Tell you all about it.
Go to your guests. Better cough up the dough, Tracy. You owe me.
Okie dokie. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, look, Johnny, there's a kid's table. Help yourself to some soup.
What the hell is this about, Todd?
Welcome to the first and what I hope is the last meeting of the Port Charles 1%ers. I know nobody in today's modern world actually has a checkbook, but thank you all for bringing yours because you all need to cough up $17,622,000 to save this town.
Holding Port Charles ransom for nearly $100 million isn't about the money. And what's it about, Jerry?
It's about...
What?
Never mind. I can't expect you to understand or sympathize.
No, you have that right. You know, I had this deluded hope that there was a trace of the brother I loved and looked up to. There was a trace of him still left somewhere in there. But I see now that there's nothing left except the murderer. Oh. Crazy guy.
Poor Jasper, you don't look well. Don't worry, once I get my money, you'll get my treatment.
Sir, are you okay?
You're not gonna get your money, Jerry. I'm gonna end this now.
What the hell are you doing?
Open the door.
Open it!
What makes you think that we have access to that kind of money?
Come on.
How are you thinking?
I was thinking that I don't want everybody to die. Just, you know, small handful of you.
Why are you asking us?
Because I thought you were the only rich people in Port Charles. Why, do you know any other rich people that might want to help out?
Do you understand the difference between liquid assets and...
Ask for help from the police.
I have to get that. Can I help you?
Yes, I was wondering if you could tell me where the dead man's hand is.
Bye-bye.
Last I heard, you had them.
I can't talk about this now. I'm in the middle of something.
Oh, no, Bane. As a 1%er, I may not pay taxes, but I can spend my money however I want. And thanks to you, we're all out of options.
Do you know where those cards are?
Last time I heard you had them.
Stop asking me about the cards. Obviously, this is a matter of life and death.
So is this. Where are they?
Hi, Steve. Are you okay?
Almost there. Here. Try to stay hydrated. That's pretty much all we can do for you, buddy.
How's Olivia? I went by home. She's still sleeping.
So far, not bad. She's got a low-grade fever like everyone else. How about you?
Same.
Tell me if you start to feel worse.
Okay.
At least Olivia hasn't had another acid flashback like she did the other day when she thought Keenan was a devil, which, funny enough, turned out to be true.
What are you talking about? Dr. Keenan?
Ewan, this isn't you. You're not a killer. You just made a terrible mistake.
You don't believe that. You just don't want me to kill Jason.
I don't want you to kill anyone. This is gonna all be over. Just put the gun down.
No. Not until I know you're safe.
She's gonna be safe if you let her go. Just turn her loose, let her go out the back.
No! I will take care of Elizabeth. Okay, I'm not gonna turn her over to you so you can be her hero. I love her and I'm gonna be the one to fix this. Not you! Elizabeth, just listen to me. Okay, I promise I'll make everything all right. Jason will not get in our way.
I don't have the cards.
Are you sure?
Yes, Sam, I'm sure. Last I heard, Luke had them.
Why didn't you say so in the first
Do
place?
you know where Luke keeps them?
Yes.
Well, maybe he's got him at the Haunted Star.
The Haunted Star?
What the hell was that about?
I don't know, but McBain's not feeling his usual self. He skipped his lecture to me about my moral deficiencies.
You feeling neglected?
A little. But I'll get over it. Okay, you know what? Screw the police. Let them play their card games. We know how to get a treatment for this plague. Who's in?
Where are you holding Jerry Jacks? Does he still have the antidote?
Hey, you guys have to wait outside, okay?
Wait to die? Do the cops have the antidote?
You guys have to wait outside. Come on.
Are you guys keeping it from us? Hey, I know my rights.
After you.
You'll never get him out of the station.
You watch me.
Nicely done, little brother. Where to?
Shut up and move. Stay right there.
I don't understand. Why am I here? Most of my money is caught up in the hotel. I don't have $18 million liquid.
Yeah, but your husband does, and you never signed those divorce papers, did you? You are still married to a very handsome, very tall, very blue-eyed billionaire.
Jax isn't going to want to pay off Jerry any more than the cops do.
Yeah, okay, but, all right, where I come from, there's a saying. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission. They say that in Pennsylvania, huh? Oh, yeah, they do. The Amish, they say they all the time.
Wow.
Okay. Look, you saved Jax's life, and then he thanks you. Right? No, okay, fine, okay. You two, you brunettes, how are you gonna wiggle out of this one?
You got the wrong idea about me. I'm a nightclub owner.
Who's also the heir to a mob fortune.
Who has no access to it because I'm out of the business.
Right, but as soon as you get out, they suck you back in, right? Isn't that right? Isn't that how that goes? You? What do you do for a living? You sell coffee cups, is that right?
Yeah, coffee.
Why don't you brew us up some cash? None of you? Oh, come on, none of you are with me? Somebody's got to be with me. The longer we wait, the more feverish we get, the more fatigued, the more sweaty we get, except for you. Why are you not sick?
Beats me. Everybody in the house is sick, but clearly I have a
You're
superior
gonna get
immune
this.
system.
And then you're gonna be one step closer to the pearly gates or one step closer to the other gates with the three-headed dog and the abandon all hope sign. Come on! We can't stand here and do nothing. We do nothing and Jerry wins. And then he laughs at us all with his funny accent while we're all dead.
I'm so glad we're spending some quality time.
Jerry, just please shut up and keep moving, okay? I didn't want to believe it either, but Ewan has been working with Jerry Jacks this whole time. And when Patrick suspected him, Ewan knocked Patrick out and took off with Elizabeth.
What? Is Patrick all right?
He's got a bump on his head, but he'll be all right, at least until whatever Ewan and Jerry put in the water kills him, along with the rest of us.
Oh, my God. Do they know where Elizabeth is?
They're still searching. And I'd be out there too if it wasn't for this influx of patients that I'm trying to keep up with.
I don't understand. No, Dr. Keenan, Oh my God. That's what he was trying to tell me. Jason!
I'm all right. Hey.
Let go of me. Let me help him.
No. Everything's always about Jason. I'm the one who's going to get you the antidote, not him. I can save you, okay? Only I can do that.
I don't want anything to do with you. I can't believe you say you loved me.
I do love you, okay, Elizabeth? None of this was supposed to happen.
And then you did this. You tried to kill Jason. You tried to kill the whole
No,
town.
listen, how many times do I have to explain to you that I didn't know what Jerry was planning?
But
Okay?
you knew he was evil and you helped him anyway.
No, Elizabeth, I can explain, okay? This isn't about Jerry. About Jason. You're never gonna love me, are you? Because it's always gonna be him.
My not loving you has nothing to do with Jason.
Elizabeth, I saved your life. I trusted you. Everything you said to me was a lie.
Dr. Keenan told me in my last therapy session that he couldn't see me anymore because he'd done something horrible.
Interesting session.
He came so close to telling me. Whatever it was, he was very conflicted about it.
Well, at least if my sister winds up in the ditch, she'll
She's
feel bad
not
about it.
going to, Steve. He's a good man. And whatever has happened, obviously Jerry Jacks is forcing him to do it.
No one forced you to kidnap my sister.
Stephen, Dr. Keenan is a good man. All right? He saved me from myself, literally. Without him, I'd be in Shady Brook, locked up forever. And when Olivia wakes up, she'll tell you the same thing.
If she doesn't see the devil when she looks at him.
She won't. He would never hurt Elizabeth. He cared very much for her.
I hope you're right.
Jason, are you okay?
See if you can get his gun.
What?
Just try to get his gun so he can't reach it. Be careful. Can you get it? Just grab it and bring it to me. Good. Bring it to me. It's okay. Okay, you're okay.
Oh my God, he shot you.
I'm all right.
Oh, God, I think he hit an artery.
See if you can find a knife so I can cut you free.
Okay.
You deserve to die. For what you did to Jocelyn. For what you did to everybody.
Here, here's the knife.
Okay, hold still.
Okay. All right, let me see this. Oh, God, Jason.
No, he's a better shot than I realized.
I'm gonna apply pressure on this,
Go
okay?
ahead. Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't drop him sooner. I couldn't get a clear shot.
Don't apologize. I'm the one who wouldn't listen. I thought this guy was so wonderful. Sorry.
It's okay.
Help me!
Check on him. Okay.
It's okay. God.
Put your hands in there. He needs to get to the hospital. He's gonna die.
Okay, count me in.
Really?
But I reserve the right to try to get my money back from the son of a bitch.
Course.
If, you know,
Yeah,
if
if
it
we give
doesn't
him the
work,
money, we take it back. That's always been part of the plan. If I didn't mention that, I'm sorry.
if it doesn't work out, then you know I'm going to get
Right,
payback,
well,
right?
you're still
Yeah,
Sonny.
Right.
Sonny with a chance of vengeance. Hey, but you're saving the whole town, right?
Yeah, right.
That's great. So it's kind of like It's a Wonderful Life, starring Joe Pesci.
All right, I'll do it. For you.
Nobody cares why you're doing it, Johnny.
Todd, just so you know, this money isn't going to be exactly easy to pull together.
He's right. I mean, I have no idea how I'm going to pull this off.
Come on.
Me too. My father holds the purse strings, and he is very sick. I can't ask him.
Okay, who among you has not lied, has not stolen, who's not extorted from somebody that they said that they loved? Who? Exactly. Can we please do this before people die?
Bernie, can we liquidate? I need a lot of cash, like right now.
Yeah. Tell him Tracy Quartermain's calling. No, I will not spell it.
This is Carly Jacks. Jasper Jacks' wife. No, the divorce isn't final. That's why I'm calling. Yeah.
Then I'll stick to the other one. You know that cash that we stashed in that place next to that thing where we buried that person? I need it. No, not all of it.
You only need my signature. That's right.
I like it.
You'll have better luck in here.
Yeah,
You okay?
I'm fine.
You're a liar.
I'm not the only one running a fever.
Yeah, just a little stressed. What do we got?
Okay, I'm hoping whoever looted the place didn't make off with the cards. If they did, the counter agent is still in here, maybe.
What do you think?
Well, I am a pretty good safecracker.
Why does that surprise me? Have at it.
Yeah? Okay.
Are you gonna play games with me while his family suffers? No. Father may die if you don't release the funds.
No, don't put it in a bag. Put it in a briefcase, you idiot.
Thanks, Bernie. Just keep working on it, will you? I have a bit of a snag with the money transfer, but I'm gonna get it.
That's great.
Yeah.
You do know where Jimmy Hoff is buried, don't you?
I'll tell you later.
All right. We've done the easy part. Now we go save Port Charles.
Kate, I realize Keenan's done a lot for you, but he took my sister hostage, and that's a problem. So if you'll excuse me, I've got things...
Steven, you need help. We have 2 GSWs, one...
Are you okay? Did he hurt you?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You tied up your hands, that son of a bitch.
Okay. Did you shoot Ewan? Ewan shot Jason first. I think he nicked an artery. I don't understand.
All right, get Jason into exam 1. I'll send in an attendant.
Okay, here. Good. What about Ewan?
We'll see what I can do.
Is he gonna be all right?
You know what? There are good people in this hospital dying because of this guy and the guy I was working with.
You took an oath as a doctor. You must help him.
Let's get him out of here. Come on, let's get him out of here.
You're good at this.
Well, I've had enough experience. Remember that time you got shot?
Yeah, which time?
Time I found you in the little chapel by the waterfront. And I took you back to my studio. I was so afraid you were gonna bleed to death before I got you home.
So this is... Well, how many times have you saved me?
Please. We both know who got saved today.
Well, you need to thank Spinelli. He took one listen to that call and was able to figure out where you were.
Well, I'll be sure to thank him the next time I see him.
You know how I feel about you. I wasn't gonna let that bastard hurt you.
Hey, policemen and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the rest of the band. We are Port Charles and the One Percenters, and we're here to see Jerry Jacks.
Jerry's gone.
What the hell does that mean?
What do you think it means? He escaped.
Well, thanks again for the save, Joe.
Well, you damn well better be grateful. You owe me, and I intend to collect.
Well, first things first. I'm sure Lieutenant McBain is on my tail as we speak.
I'm Blake. impressed.
Here they are.
Let's have a look.
Nothing?
Just cards.
Well, there's something else in there.
Is it the counter agent?
Listen to me, listen to me. You have to do this for me. I'm begging you.
No, there's gotta be another way.
You gotta go.
Robin,
Evacuate.
I love you.
Doors lock in 20 seconds.
I love you so much. I love you always, okay? I love you.
Evacuate.
Wait, hold on, kid. I'm gonna go get help.
Go. Go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Robin!
This must be difficult. Coming back here.
I don't have a choice.
Hey, policemen and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the rest of the band. We are Port Charles and the One Percenters, and we're here to see Jerry Jacks.
Jerry's gone.
What the hell does that mean?
What do you think it means? He escaped.
We have the money. We're ready to make the exchange.
The guy could be anywhere by now.
With the antidote.
Unbelievable. I'm impressed.
Here they are.
Look.
Nothing?
Just cards.
Well, there's something else in there.
Is it the counter agent?
I don't know.
No, that McBain is quite intelligent. Once my brother fills in with the significance of the ransom, I know exactly where the anti-serum is.
Yeah, well, what is the significance?
Well, the sum I'm asking is a numeric acronym that represents the dead man's hand.
You never heard of it.
Well, you might not, but I'm sure McBain has. And once he realizes, he'll know the anti-serum and the cards are in a safe.
Is a safe here?
No.
Then, Jerry, what the hell are we doing here?
Calm down. Does no one enjoy the journey anymore? I thought it was appropriate to come back full circle, you know, right where it started. The part involving you and Keenan, that is.
This is a mess.
He's going into hemorrhagic shock.
Where's our blood?
I'll go check with the blood bank again.
Credit to Jason Morgan. He knew right where to shoot you. I'm not sure any doctor has to save you. I'm not sure any doctor should try.
You're gonna need an antibiotic.
Yeah, the one we should be worrying about is you.
Why? I didn't just get shot.
You okay?
Yeah,
It's a strange-looking antidote. What's it say?
Jax, you're hurt. What the hell happened to you?
It's really sweet the way she still cares about the guy. Carly, we're in the middle of a crisis here.
We have to find Jerry Jacks and tell him we have the money.
Well, you might want to keep the money part quiet, all right? McBain, he's a real stickler for rules and regulations. Although if McBain is doing his job, Jerry would never have escaped.
Yeah, how exactly did Jerry manage to get out of that cell anyway?
I let him out.
Son of a bitch. You know what? I knew this is... He
Jack,
does-
why?
I wanted him to take me to where he stashed the cure.
How? There was a guard on Jerry.
I disarmed him. I locked him up in the cell.
I thought you said he was a smart guy.
He was under control. I had him at gunpoint.
Until you did.
Someone was in here working with Jerry.
Who?
I don't know. I didn't see his face.
You always screw it up, Jax. Why couldn't you have stayed gone?
What, and rob you of the chance to try to kill me again?
Let's see. You were right. Find the cards, find the cure. Unfortunately, you're just a little too late. All right. So we moved the stuff.
Okay, what do we do now?
What do we do now? No more games, all right? I'm going back to the station, going down to his cell. He's gonna tell me where the cure is. Let's go. Hey, Sam! Sam! Hey! Sam! Sam!
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I just can't believe I trusted him, you know?
Hey, you had no idea what Dr. Keenan was up to.
I know, but you did. I mean, you came to my house to warn me, and I didn't listen. I was too busy defending him. I just don't know what's wrong with me.
Nothing is wrong with you.
I could have prevented this whole thing from happening.
How?
Other than his patients, nobody spent more time with Dr. Keenan than I did. And if I'd paid attention, if I had read the signs.
This is your fault,
If I had just told somebody.
Elizabeth. Dr. Keenan's connection with Jerry went way back. Long before you were in the picture. This was going to happen with or without you.
You know what's ironic? Is that everyone kept telling me how wonderful Ewan was. And you're this killer. Turned out it was the other way around.
I took matters into my own hands once before. Played God over the patient's life. I'm not gonna bear that cross again. No matter how much you deserve it. I'm gonna use all my skill to save your life from my sister. Because that's what she'd want. She's generous that way.
Who's Ewan Keenan again?
I'm sorry, I should clarify. Dr. Ewan Keenan. This is his cabin. Do you recall when I told you I had the aid of an associate?
Yeah, all right. He's that guy who brought your niece to that island.
That's the very one.
Yeah, well, how'd you get a respectable doctor to inoculate those people?
Firstly, he's not in the least respectable, and secondly, I got him to do a lot more than that.
Like what?
Well, Dr. Keenan was instrumental in not only acquiring the pathogen to be released in the water, but also the anti-serum to undo the damage.
What is he, a chemist or something?
No. Dr. Ewan didn't create anything. Let's say he facilitated the trade.
What trade?
Well, there was this person in Switzerland that had what I needed, and that said person wanted someone in return.
Someone?
Yes. Dr. Ewan faked her death, transported her, and practically delivered her gift wrapped. But that's not the best part of it. When it was all over, he went home and started working side by the poor grieving doctor.
Who still thinks that his wife's dead.
As well as that little twit who holds herself responsible.
Glad I found you.
Is Emma okay?
Yes, I'm sorry. I should have led with that.
But her fever hasn't gone up?
Not that I can tell. They're trying to keep things fun down in daycare. The kids are drawing pictures of snow cones and popsicles, anything to keep cool.
That sounds fun. Thank you for staying with her.
Of course, it's giving me something to do. Doesn't seem to be a problem you're having here.
No, it's been pretty crazy to say the least.
I haven't been here in a long time. Not since,
It's all cleaned up. It's all fixed. Like nothing happened.
Patrick,
Thanks, I don't. Okay, whatever you're gonna say, I don't want to hear it. We're past that, all right? Plus, Robin wouldn't want us standing in the hall feeling guilty when there's a whole town that we have to save.
Mac and Felicia came by earlier to visit Emma. They were on their way to volunteer at the nursing home.
That's good. The elderly are going to need as much support as possible, especially staying hydrated.
Does it really matter? We're all just gonna die anyway.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Patrick, I know you're brilliant and everything, but you're just one person.
Among many, Max, including the CDC, that are all trying to do everything they can to combat this thing, but I think I might be onto something.
Seriously?
Originally, I was trying to synthesize the antidote by analyzing the immugen that Jerry gave Alexis and Jocelyn.
You lost me at synthesize.
Doesn't matter because it didn't work.
Great.
Then I remembered a conversation that I had with Jason.
Jason Morgan.
Yes, Jason Morgan. About the time that Jerry poisoned Nicholas. Robin and I came up with a cure. And I know it's not the same pathogen, but if Jerry is anything he's egocentric, which means he wants to put his stamp on everything.
Including these toxins or
Right.
whatever.
So if this pathogen is at all similar to the other one, then hopefully the anti-serum will be the same.
Well, do you remember how you did it the first time?
No, I don't. But luckily my wife was very thorough and she kept her notes.
That's awesome.
Not exactly, because her handwriting is atrocious. I mean, look at this. I have no idea what it means. It's like a puzzle from another language.
Well, then you're lucky you have a translator.
That was the plan, right? That's why I couldn't come back to Port Charles, why I couldn't see my daughter again. Because if I'd shown my face, he would have blown me away. He'd sabotage my plane again. Whatever it takes, right?
With the Jax boys. They just can't stay dead.
You got away with attempted
This
murder.
isn't the time for this,
Well,
and you
we
know
might not
that.
get another chance to do this.
You're an investigative reporter. Investigate. Find me Jerry Jax.
I want it all out in the open.
Be my guest. Be my guest.
Because of you, I lost my daughter.
No. You know what? You lost your daughter, Jax, because the judge said you weren't
set
fit to
me
raise
up.
it.
You both need to knock it
I was
off.
just trying to even the playing field because you paid off the mediator.
And then you forced me out of my home.
Don't put that on me, because you abandoned your kid. That was your choice.
You didn't give me any choices! Come on! That's enough! This is not the time. Carly's right. Take a seat.
If we don't find Jerry Jax, we're all going to die.
Except for you. You're the picture of health. Why's that?
If the antidote's not here, then where is it?
Well, I didn't say it wasn't here.
What, you just got done telling me
No,
that
no,
it
no, no. I
wasn't
told you it wasn't in a safe here. You see, Dr. Ewan Keenan's been begging me for weeks to stop the madness. Little did he know that the key was right in his backyard, so to speak.
Remember this briefcase, Chris?
Yes. It would be such a shame if it all went to waste, wouldn't it?
Hey, there you are.
Oh, what happened?
You passed out. You hit your head. Got a little bit of bleeding going on, all right? Easy, easy.
Oh, no.
All right, listen to me. Go easy, all right? You may have a concussion. Okay? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, hang on, you just got a little blood here. All right?
Ow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, no, it's okay.
All right. How you feeling?
Out of it, I guess. Oh, yeah.
It's understandable. You took a pretty hard fall.
You should go. I'll wait here until I feel better. You should go.
Nice
please.
try. Nice try. I'm not leaving you, all right? We need to get you to a doctor.
Yeah.
All right?
No, I'm fine.
Tell that to your head. Forget it.
Jerry Jax, you have to go.
No, listen to me. I'm getting you out of here, all right? I'm not leaving you. Let's go. Let's go. I got you.
Yeah, why is that? Did you not drink the water?
I drank it. I bathed in it.
Why aren't you sick like the rest of us?
I started to get sick. I was clammy and cold, and
then what happened?
then I wasn't.
You feel like $1 million.
And I am willing to give a hell of a lot more than that, like all the rest of you.
You need to go to the hospital.
Really? I'm the only one who doesn't feel sick.
Yes, exactly. That makes you patient zero.
Not that I like to agree with him, ever. But if you have some kind of natural immunity to this thing, doctors need to know about it.
Do you think that's possible? That I could have something in my system that nobody else does?
I need that anesthesia.
Whoa, wait. I already gave you a dose. now that you mention it, you're a little worse for wear. Don't tell me you lost it.
No, I was gonna take it, but then Tracy Quartermain drank my water.
Did she know that you had the anti-serum?
No.
You didn't tell her?
No, nothing like that. She had no idea she was saving her own life.
And I find it puzzling that you should be so careless with a single dose of the counteragent. Unless... Don't tell me you saved her at your own expense. Aren't we a chivalrous one?
Well, at least Tracy should make it through this all right.
Okay. Keep me posted.
You too.
Hey, Tracy. You keep us posted, okay? If anything interesting happens, you give me a call, right?
Really?
Yeah, really.
So whose idea was it to give in to my brother's demands?
I mean, whose idea was it to save everybody in the town? That was my idea. That'd be my idea.
Todd got us all together. Thought we could split the ransom.
You don't have that kind of money.
My husband does.
Is that why you didn't sign the divorce papers?
You know what? This is all very touching, and I'm about to cry. But you know what? No one cares about your deep pockets.
Sonny!
Okay, what?
Stop!
Without Jerry, there's no exchange. If there's no exchange, we're all dead.
Yeah, thanks for that, by the way.
What were you thinking? Going after Jerry?
I thought I could convince him to do the right thing.
Because your brother is such an upstanding guy? Is that why you did
I got
that, Jack?
distracted because he mentioned something about Dr. Keenan.
Kate's psychiatrist? What does that have to do with anything?
Did you know why his name was so familiar to you?
Yes, he treated my father and then he killed him.
Keenan killed your father?
And if I live to have the chance, he'll pay.
Steve.
Shut up. You're gonna need all the strength you can get.
It's too late.
I'm gonna get you into surgery.
I heard what the nurse said. I heard what she said about my condition. I'm a doctor.
Doctors heal people. They don't hurt people. But certainly don't kidnap innocent mothers.
I know what it all means. I'm dying.
You're still trying.
Surgery would be a waste of time.
You're still trying.
No, not today. Just, there's people that need you more. Help them. Okay, let me go. Please. Please, Steve. After what I've done.
Is there anybody I can call? I can get a priest.
No priest. Just get me Patrick Drake.
Okay. What's this called? Called deep pipe or something?
Cell depletion.
Cell depletion. Good. That works.
Hey, does mass spectrometer mean anything to you?
How are you doing that? That's literal chicken scratch.
1 year I stumbled on Robin's old English papers in the garage. Or I was desperately looking for them. Regardless, I had to make it my mission to decode her handwriting, and I happened to get an A in English that semester.
Congratulations. Thank you, Maxie.
For plagiarizing, I'm just reading the words. Patrick, you're doing the work.
For that, but for Emma
I love that little girl, you know that.
and the pills.
Patrick, don't.
You were the first one to notice that I was in trouble, and you didn't leave my side until I got help.
Anyone would have done the same thing.
I don't think so. But you took care of Emma when I couldn't, and I don't think you'll know how much that means to me.
Well, it's not enough. It's never gonna be enough.
I let it go, Maxie. Maxie, you let it go. Look, what happened to Robin was an accident. There's no reason for it. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why it happened, but I do know that I wouldn't have made it through without you.
Me neither. The ER is swamped. I don't know when they're going to have time to get to you to get the bullet out.
It's okay. I can wait.
The blood loss has lessened, but you're still going to need to have that bullet removed, okay?
Yeah, but I can wait. It's okay.
In the meantime, I have an antibiotic to give you. I hope this doesn't hurt too much.
Oh, okay. I think I can manage.
Sorry I dragged you into this. Sorry I got you shot.
You didn't drag me into anything. I'm just glad I got there in time.
Me too. Honestly. If not now, then when, right? I always knew there was something wrong with you and...
That's what you said. You thought something was off when you first met.
Yeah, but even after that, I tried to convince myself. You know, talk myself into thinking that he was the right person for me.
You were hoping for something good.
I guess. But mostly, Ewan was just...
Hey, we need a little help here.
Patrick, Ewan Keenan's in the ER. He's been shot.
Oh, my God.
Is Elizabeth okay?
Elizabeth?
She's fine, but he's not gonna make it. He has to see you. Well, tell him I don't have time. I'm too busy cleaning up his mess. Come up with anything? Not yet, but we're still going over Robin's notes. Okay, well, look, why don't you let me take over for a while? You set eyes. You're welcome to help, but I'm not going down there. I hear you, I really do, but he's not gonna last much longer. Good. Patrick, the way he asked for you, I don't know, I think you should go.
Come on, this really is unnecessary.
What happened?
I just got a little lightheaded.
Oh, no,
That's all.
it's more than that. She passed out. She hit her head on the desk pretty hard on the way down.
Did ER send you up here?
Yeah, they did. They said they had their hands full with people affected by the pathogen.
Well, then you should probably go help them. I'm fine.
You're not fine, all right? At least let Elizabeth have a look at you. Please?
Oh. Well, you might be able to avoid stitches, but I'm gonna have to clean it up.
That's good news. How's your leg? What happened?
Nothing. It's fine.
He was shot by Ewan.
The goofy shrink? How'd you let that happen?
Ewan was using me as a shield, and Jason couldn't get a clean shot in without killing me.
Oh, okay then. Where's Keenan now?
In the ER with a bullet in his chest.
Are you okay?
Thanks to Jason.
What's going on with Jerry?
Hang on, let me get this. Yes, with Bane. Really? Really? Hey, how do you feel about mall security? I'm pretty sure you're gonna be there next week. Apparently, Jerry Jacks has escaped. Present whereabouts unknown.
My God, is this stuff a Greek tragedy? You finding romance at a time like this? Even if it is with Tracy Quartermain.
Hey. One per customer.
Come on, are you serious?
Does it look like I'm not?
Jerry, I saved your hide back at that jail.
Come on. Drop it.
Have a heart.
Joe. Proving my brother wrong one gesture at a time. Lose it, and you're out of luck.
We both got what we need. So this is it, right?
Yes, for us, until I need you again.
I know that cough. It sounds pretty nasty. Did you down one of these?
Don't worry about me. I'm taking care of myself.
Hello.
Joseph, it's Tracy. I'm sorry I had to run out. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling the effects.
Like everybody else.
Yeah, well, everyone except you. Everyone except people who never drank the water.
Look, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get back. I'm at the hospital.
Why? Did something go wrong? Are you worse?
Actually, never better.
Glad to hear it.
I could have read something wrong.
No. Everything you've deciphered makes sense. It's just there's a missing link. Whatever Jerry put in the water, it's like nothing we've seen before.
But you can figure this out, right?
I'm gonna try. I'm just not sure what the next step is. There's no other way to manufacture a counteragent.
Maybe I can help.
Dr. Keenan killed my father in some misguided attempt to avenge his own father's
You
death.
talking about the guy who helped Kate?
Sometimes there are two sides to a person, Sonny.
Hate when that happens, though, don't you? You know, when you think somebody's a really decent guy, but it turns out they've done something really sickening. Wouldn't you agree, Johnny?
I would, but you'd know best, wouldn't you?
I hope that there was a part of my brother left that I grew up with.
Pretty clear you were wrong.
Okay, did Jerry force Keenan to help him out of some kind of payback?
No, it was blackmail. Jerry walked in on Keenan killing our father.
Jerry stood there and watched your father die?
He justified it by saying our dad would have died anyway, and that's when I snapped and I took the gun from the guard.
Okay, you know what? You'll get your therapy eventually, because you need it. But right now, I gotta find your brother.
Sonny, hold on. Wait.
What do you want?
I want to find Jerry. And there's safety in numbers. Come on.
What?
Hello?
It's time.
Time for what?
To finalize negotiations.
Jerry?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Do you have the money?
Yep. You got it all.
Oh. We?
Yeah, me and my peeps. You want to say hi?
Why not?
Oh, hold on. Okay, you're on.
Hello, everyone.
Hello?
Why don't you all identify yourselves? A quiet little bunch, aren't you?
Carly's here.
Who else?
John Zakara.
Well, I assume you're not the only representative of the criminal element. Sonny.
I presume.
Good guess.
Excellent.
That leaves one more person of interest, Jasper.
Don't you want to greet your big brother?
Yeah, I'm here, Jerry.
As soon as we're done with this roll call, we need to
Get down to business. We got your money. All 88 million of it. In an offshore account.
It's ready to be wired to an account of your choice. As soon as we get the Anna serum.
You've been asymptomatic for several hours?
Never better.
Figures.
Excuse me?
Oh, no, I'm just saying that it figures someone of your maturity would escape this nightmare unharmed. You're lucky.
Does that translate as I'm too old to live?
Okay, let's get back on track.
He's right, we should do that.
Okay, if you're immune to the pathogen, we need to find out why. Wait here. I'm gonna arrange for some tests.
I'm gonna go. Check on Emma.
There you are.
Hi.
Hi yourself.
Wow, you are sweaty.
Well, you're not.
You look beautiful.
Thank you, but there's not much to compare me to. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm hanging in.
I think you actually look a little bit better than the last time I saw you. How's everybody at the house?
I was so focused on getting to you that I didn't check in on anyone else. I mean, I'm guessing they're doing as well as can be expected.
I felt terrible running out on you, but I had to get to the police station. Something terrible's happened.
What?
Jerry Jacks escaped.
From lockup?
I know. Apparently he had help.
Patrick.
What do you want?
I'm so sorry.
You want forgiveness? Why don't you start with Elizabeth? You know what, forget that. Why don't you apologize to the whole entire town that you're trying to kill?
It's not about water.
Then what is it? What could you possibly say to me that I would have any interest in?
Robin. Robin.
Yeah, okay, look, I will meet you there, all right? I'm on my way. I gotta get back to the station.
I'm going with you.
No. You're not going anywhere, please.
What you said the bleeding stopped.
I said the bleeding had lessened. You still have a bullet in your leg with a possible nicked artery. The only reason why you're not down in OR is because there's no room for you.
Yeah, look, there's nothing you can do right now anyway, right? I promise to maybe call you if I need anything or anything changes. Take care of yourself, okay?
I will. You too.
Yeah. I'll see you around.
I hope so.
I'm sorry. Elizabeth, if everything is under control in here, I could use your help.
Yeah, everything's fine.
This can't be the end.
You better not be jerking us around, Jerry.
Would I do that?
You got the cure or not?
Yes, it's right in front of me. Where are you, by the way?
We're at the police station. We were on our way to your cell when we found out you had already left.
Oh, and thanks again for the save, little brother.
You come back, this time we'll get it right.
Oh, so they can take me into custody? I have a better idea. Bring what I want, and you'll get what you want. I so look forward to seeing you again.
So abrupt. We gonna get going or not?
What, that's it? We're all just gonna believe my brother and just run off like that? What if he doesn't even have the anti-serum? What if this whole thing's a trap?
Are you sure you should be here?
Where else?
I don't know. Maybe there's somebody you feel especially close to, or that you should be with them at a time like this.
This is not it, you hear me? We're not going to die.
Somehow, for some reason, the way you say things, I believe you.
Tracy. Yeah, Elizabeth's gonna take your blood.
Whatever you want.
This is really bizarre. You honestly feel okay?
I honestly feel okay.
And if we find out why, we might be able to save thousands of lives, but we don't have a lot of time.
I've held up my end of the bargain with the delivery of Robin Scorpio. Not that money means anything to me. It's what it can get me. Just so you know, defaulting on our arrangement will cost you your life.
If it's an excuse, I don't want to hear it. That's what I thought.
Your wife?
I know who she is. What about her?
Just something. There's something you don't know.
Spit it out, Ewan.
Robin.
Robin.
McBain again?
Yeah. He calls, I hang up.
Jerry said no cops, Todd.
Any luck?
I chased down that lead on Jerry. Dead end. You?
I got nothing.
Todd, man, you got something to do with this?
Yeah, don't you know? It's the Todd and Jerry show. You find one knucklehead, you're gonna find the other.
My guess is McBain doesn't know this place exists.
I gotta hand it to Jerry. Took an awful lot of planning to do this.
Timing is very important. We're, set to wire the money to Jerry's offshore accounts. But we gotta just make sure what he's selling is real.
Of course. I agree.
Where's Jerry?
I wish there was something more that I can do here.
Yeah, we can change the subject. How about we talk about that kiss at the hospital?
I need to go check on the kids.
Well, they're in her room with the door closed, and Sam's at the hospital, and Christina's out of town. So tell me, would Dad take things too far by kissing you?
Timmy, whoever came up with this pathogen also came up with the anti-serum. The CDC is much more equipped than I am to find it. So figure it out, break it down, and get it back to me.
Patrick?
Sorry, the CDC's having a hard time finding the anti-serum.
Okay, well, I won't keep you. I just wanted to know, how's Ewan doing?
He didn't make it.
Oh. Okay. It's such a waste, he helped so many people, and yet he was working for Jerry the entire time.
Elizabeth, I'm sorry. This is probably not the best time. And I know it's a weird request, but did you ever say anything about Robin?
Well, he talked about, obviously, how loved she was by everyone, but mainly he was focused on helping you with your grief. Why?
Because at his last breath, he said her name. He was dying. He could barely speak, and with his last breath, he said Robin's name.
And you have no idea what he was trying to tell you?
I don't. That's why I'm asking you if he ever said anything to you.
Well, like I said, whenever he mentioned her, it was always in the context of your grief. And I honestly think he wanted to help you. I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask. I didn't even realize how many secrets he was keeping.
I know I shouldn't be dwelling on it, especially with the whole town sick from this pathogen.
You hold people up for millions of dollars, you should at least be on time.
Found this on a boat. Cold, so it'd be good for you.
Thank you. I just got all dizzy.
Whatever the hell this thing is, it's really kicking in.
Be very proud of yourself, Jax.
Don't blame Jax.
Well, you know what? If he'd just done something to his brother before it went this far, none of this would have happened. You know what I mean?
Nothing. No sign of Jerry.
He doesn't arrive soon. Carly might not make it.
No, I'm fine. Really, I feel better. Yeah.
You know what? Why don't all of you go outside, at least by the entrance, so Jerry knows that we're here, and I'll stay with Carly.
Why don't I stay with Carly and you go look for your brother?
You know what? All of you, every last one of you, including you, Corinthos, has done something horrible to Carly at one point in your life. I figure I'm the one that should stay here with Carly. The rest of you, you can all go play hide and go seek with that psychopath.
Oh, you find that amusing. You must be getting delirious.
Bunch of rich people got together today, and Manning was trying to convince them to buy the counteragent from Jerry. My guess is they're meeting somewhere right now.
So who else was in this merry band of thieves?
All the usual suspects. including your father.
Idea when your brother's gonna show?
I don't have any control over my brother.
He's got $88 million in a bank account waiting to be wire transferred. Brother Jerry will show. He'll be here.
I'll admit the kiss was a little unexpected. But it was good, though.
Well, glad to hear it.
Look at it this way, when we go to dinner, I won't have to waste any time wondering if you're gonna go for it.
Oh, still count on that dinner, huh?
I'm not in denial about what's going on here. I know that Jerry's pathogen is real, and I know that everyone around me, including you, is getting sick. But I also know that there is a cure. And either the police are going to find it, or the doctors are going to come up with one on their own.
Well, Jerry Jackson must have some deep feelings for you to have taken a risk on vaccinating you.
Yeah, lucky me. I can really pick him up. Like you said, maybe it's time to wake up and listen to the universe.
The universe?
You're the one who came up with it. You said that if I got through that fever, that maybe it was the universal sign that I should open myself up to new possibilities.
Sign of Jerry? No. What if he doesn't show? What, a snappy comeback?
Jerry went to a lot of trouble to get us here. I'm sure he's got his reasons.
Yeah. Watch us die.
Watching you die would be great. For like an hour. Maybe 2. $88 million, that buys you a whole lifetime of sordid pleasure.
If you're wrong and we all die, what happens to Sam?
Well, if we all die, then Sam dies, right?
You don't think she deserves to know her baby's alive? You should write her a note or something, call her husband. Something so at least she can die in peace.
You realize that this is probably a matter of life and death.
You're right. Dante, how you feeling?
Oh, you know, hanging in there.
I hope you're home with Lulu. Because you know, everything else is unimportant.
Like you, Sonny? Are you home with Kate right now? Or are you waiting for Jerry Jacks? If you think I'm gonna let him hand over the cure and disappear with the cash, that fever is making you delusional.
Hold on. I'll go with you.
No. You stay right here and you save your strength.
You know, the night we played strip pool, I couldn't stop thinking about you.
I had a few thoughts of my own. Take that.
Hello, Sean. Long time no see.
VORs are still full, so it's gonna be a few hours before we can get that bullet out.
I can wait.
You want something for the pain?
No, I'm fine.
Patrick, come prescribe you something.
Look at me, son.
I want you to know Ewan died.
At least you're safe. I'm still trying to figure out how a person that I considered a friend worked with Jerry to poison the whole town.
He swears he didn't know what Jerry was planning.
It doesn't change the result. Jerry still got the pathogen in the water. He said it's going to be 48 hours, which unfortunately I think is correct, which means the fever is progressing for everyone.
I really hope we don't die.
Oh, come on. Let's not waste time worrying about it, okay? Let's just do our list. All right, let's see. What's next? I wanted to see Africa. We watched that amazing DVD you had, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been a blonde. I finished one thing I started.
I have my own Taj Mahal.
Right. So that leaves... Well, what do you say? I mean, do you really want to die without having done that?
No.
Let's go.
What do you want, Jerry?
Oh, that's not a very warm welcome coming from an old friend. I always wondered, were you the shooter who took me out?
If it had been me, you wouldn't be standing here now.
So I imagine you regret staying in Port Charles now that it's going to be the death of you. Look.
Staying here was the best choice I ever made.
Really? Which brings me to my errand. I want Alexis.
Mom!
I knocked.
And then just walked in?
Is that a problem?
Would you like it?
What's going on?
Nothing. We're just having a private conversation about everything that's happened.
What is that?
Where you meeting Jerry?
Sorry, son. If Jerry smells a cop, the deal's off.
If done right, he won't see us coming.
I'll call you later when it's over.
You get a location?
You want me to call Jason? You want me to call Jason and tell him that I switched his wife's very healthy baby with Taya's dead one? That's what you want me to do?
Okay, so call Sam instead. Maybe she'll be so grateful to you that her kid's alive that she won't ask too many questions.
I'm not calling anybody. You want to make a call? I'll tell you what, why don't you call my daughter? Call my daughter. Tell her you killed her daughter. Tell her you killed her boyfriend.
I can't change her. Take back what I did, but at least you can make things right.
You know, one of these days, you're going to fall out of that pulpit of yours and you're going to hurt yourself. You've been lying to Carly for months, letting her think you're some kind of a great guy, like you're some kind of a saint.
So Johnny's been lying to Carly. What a shock. What is it that you haven't told her, Johnny?
Let me see that.
Mom, it's private.
It's our bucket list.
Your what?
We wrote down all the things we wanted to do before we died.
Molly, I don't want you thinking about that. Right?
Well, it's kind of hard not to when you're burning up with a fever.
The fever?
I got news for you, Jerry. Alexis doesn't want to have anything to do with you.
No, don't worry, she'll change her mind. No. Oh, why do you think I went through all the trouble to save her life? Alexis is coming with me.
You know I can't let that happen.
Well, under normal circumstances, that would give me pause, but you've been under the influence of the pathogen for 24 hours. You're sick, debilitated, so do us a favor, sit down.
You're right, Jerry. Time to retreat.
Good.
Mr. Corinthos hung up before I could pinpoint his location.
Because you knew we were tracing him.
Well, I was able to find the cell tower that handled the call.
Show me. What's the radius of that tower?
5 miles.
5 miles, okay. So we are looking for a place where Jerry can pick up his money and make a getaway, and it's in a 5-mile radius.
You were right to send Morgan away.
You mean that? No. Just trying to make peace?
Well, I accused you of wanting to punish me, and I do know that you're just trying to keep him safe, and you made the right choice, and I thank you for that.
Well, you know that Kate's not my favorite person. And just hear me out, you know, in the spirit of whatever this is. I really wish you the best. I do.
And I wish you the best, you know that. Always, right? But, you know, I really don't think Johnny is the right good for you, to be honest with you.
And here, you know, things were going so well.
The truth is, I really do want happiness for you, okay? And I'm gonna do everything I can to make that happen.
So what aren't you telling Carly?
Gotta help Jax. Don't look at me. Johnny's hostile and evasive. I'd say it's the fever, but he's kind of always like that, right?
I'm gonna go check on my wife.
What do you think he heard? Enough. What are you smiling at, you smug son of a bitch? Forgetting our agreement? If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
You think she'll be back?
Probably not for a while.
It's a nice speech she made about everyone living. But what if she's wrong? We're dead. We never got to, be together.
But what about, you know, protection?
I've never had a reason to really carry around a condom.
Right?
Do you have one?
Me? No, of course not.
Right. Do we even really need to worry about making a baby?
What if my mom's right? What if we live? And then it turns out that I'm pregnant. And then I'm just this pregnant girl in high school.
You could get your sister to do another reality show.
TJ!
It was just a joke. I'm sorry.
If I knew for sure that we were dying, then protection wouldn't be an issue. But I don't know. I mean, I just think that I'm gonna be nervous anyway, and then having to be nervous about getting pregnant on top of it, I don't want to have to go through that.
Really, it's okay. It's okay. Trust me. It's not about doing it. Right? It's about how I feel about you. I would never want this to end.
Me neither.
Good.
Sean? Sean! Sean. Are you okay? Huh?
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for? What happened? Sean. Sean.
Hello, darling. So lovely to see you again.
Anytime, Jerry?
Not yet. It's probably not a good time to bring it up, but I just overheard Todd and Johnny fighting.
They always fight. They can't stand each other.
Yeah, well, in case we all survive this, I don't want you to get hurt.
Hurt how?
Apparently, Johnny's been lying to you.
Keep dialing Jerry's number, but he's not picking up.
And if he doesn't show up, then what?
I don't have a plan B. Here.
What do you want?
Oh, God, I'm so disappointed. I mean, you used to be so much more articulate.
Maybe when you jeopardize my children's lives and you knock my friend unconscious on my porch, maybe it slows me down a little.
Okay, I regret having to be violent in front of you.
Oh, since when?
Unfortunately, I know how stubborn you can be. So let me reiterate. Yours is the only life I care about. I will kill anyone else in order for you to cooperate. Allow me to prove my point. It's your choice, Alexis.
See anything?
Nothing.
Oh, it feels so good.
Who does?
Can you look at me? We're really sick. We don't have time for lies.
Nobody's lying.
Something has gone on since Anthony disappeared. You can trust me. Johnny, just tell me what's going on.
Sorry to interrupt. It's just really hot.
Can we just admit that Jerry screwed us over and he's not showing up?
Oh, on the contrary, gentlemen.
Jerry? Hello, little brother. Sorry I'm late.
Too busy kidnapping me at gunpoint.
Yes, try to think of it as a romantic gesture.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for you to spend the rest of your life in a maximum
Okay,
security.
we can all hear your revenge fantasies some other time. It's time for business.
Jerry, what are you doing with Alexis?
Well, you didn't think I was going to sail off into the sunset, you know, without the woman I love. Alexis is coming with me.
Your team's checking the entire area.
That's over 75 square miles.
Yes.
They could be anywhere.
Maybe I can